Hello, this is the TechnoDog channel, a channel where I compare smartphones. The heroes of this video are the Xiaomi Mi 10 and the OnePlus 7 Pro. In the description under this video, you will find links for you to find out the prices for these smartphones. Well, in the meantime, I will tell you about how these smartphones differ and what their advantages over each other are. Before I start the comparison, I want to say that I will be very grateful for your likes and comments, as well as if you subscribe to my channel and click on the bell. Well, let's start the comparison of the Xiaomi Mi 10 and the OnePlus 7 Pro. According to tradition, I will start with the appearance. The Xiaomi Mi 10 and the OnePlus 7 Pro have a lot in common if we compare their front sides. The cases of each phone is made of glass. They practically do not differ in size or weight. They also have screens with rounded edges without any bangs or drop-shaped cut. Although, when we look closer, we noticed a number of differences between these smartphones. So the Xiaomi Mi's 10 front camera is placed in a small hole in the screen itself. The smartphone received a protective Gorilla Glass 5 and a very fast fingerprint scanner built into the screen. The weight of the device is 208 grams. In terms of dimensions, the smartphone turned out to be quite large, so it's comfortable to use with just two hands. On the right side of the Xiaomi Mi 10, there is the volume and the power buttons. At the top there is a microphone, speaker, and infrared sensor, which can be used to control other devices. At the bottom of the Xiaomi Mi 10, there is a speaker, a microphone, a slot for two nano-format SIM cards, and a USB-C connector. As for the 3.5mm audio jack for headphones, it is not provided in the Xiaomi Mi 10. The OnePlus 7 does not differ much in size from the opponent. It is only 2 grams lighter than the Xiaomi Mi 10. The screen is large and frameless. There is an integrated fingerprint scanner there. It is covered with a protective Gorilla Glass 5. The scanner works very quickly and almost always reacts to the touch of your finger. The front camera, unlike the Xiaomi Mi 10's, is retractable and located at the upper edge of the smartphone. Nearby, there is a microphone and speaker. The power and sound buttons are on the right, and the volume rocker is on the left. On the bottom, there is a slot for two nano SIM cards, a USB-C connector, a second microphone, and a speaker. Like the rival, the 3.5mm jack for headphones is not provided in the OnePlus 7 Pro. There is a vertical unit with cameras on the back side in the upper left corner of the Xiaomi Mi 10. There is another camera and flash under it. The Xiaomi Mi 10 can be purchased in blue, pink, and dark silver. On the back of the OnePlus 7 Pro, there is also a vertical unit with cameras and a flash. Although unlike the opponent, they are located in the center. As for the colors, the gray, almond, and blue versions of the OnePlus 7 Pro are available. The Xiaomi Mi 10 received a Super AMOLED screen with a diagonal of 6.67 inches with an aspect ratio of 19.5 to 9 and a resolution of 1080 by 2340 pixels. When working with the smartphone, the first thing that catches your eye is the smoothness of what is happening on the screen. The animation and scrolling becomes smoother thanks to a refresh rate of 90 Hz. Among the other advantages of the screen, it is worth noting its wide viewing angles, good color reproduction, and high brightness, so that the information on it is clearly visible even in sunny weather. The OnePlus 7 Pro also has a screen with a diagonal of 6.67 inches and an aspect ratio of 19.5 to 9. But unlike the opponent, it uses the Fluid AMOLED matrix and a higher resolution of 1440 by 3120 pixels. As the screen refresh rate, the OnePlus 7 Pro also has 90 Hz. Anything happening on the screen is displayed smoothly. You can change the frequency of the usual of 60 Hz in the settings of the smartphone. The screen settings also allow you to change the matrix calibration and resolution. Another feature of the OnePlus 7 Pro screen is the high color rendering and brightness. The images and text are perfectly visible even in sunny weather. The Xiaomi Mi 10 has a proprietary MIUI 11 shell based on the Android 10 operating system. From the previous version of the shell, MIUI 11 is distinguished by its design with smoother animation, increased icon size, and font smoothness. The Xiaomi Mi 10 got a dark theme that is integrated into some applications. As for the sounds in the MIUI 11, you can set not only downloaded tunes to calls and an alarm clock, but also the sound of rain or birds singing. At the same time, a dynamic alarm clock will produce different sounds depending on the day of the week and time of the day. Also, it is worth noting the presence of such utilities as supports Mi Share for wireless transfer of files and applications, as well as My Doc Viewer, which supports a large number of text formats and allows you to view and edit files. The OnePlus 7 Pro runs on the Android 9 Pie platform with the proprietary Oxygen OS X shell. In the latest update of this shell, the lock screen has become more informative. There is the time icon, calendar, weather forecast, playable track, as well as notifications from applications. The application menu is now available in two versions. The standard on displays all applications on the screen. The second option offers search and tags with categories displayed on the screen. Clicking on them will lead you to the desired game or program. The Settings app is now better organized. The related functions are grouped together. A new lighting effect is added, the horizon. It highlights the lock display on the sides in blue, red, gold, or purple, based on your choice. In addition, the Oxygen OS allows you to customize the appearance of notification icons. The high detail and quality of photos in the Xiaomi Mi 10 is provided by the 1080 megapixel main module of the main camera, with PDAF autofocus and optical stabilization. It is complemented by a 13 megapixel ultra-wide angle module, a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and a 2 megapixel macro lens. Thanks to the many settings, modes, and artificial intelligence, the images on the main camera are obtained in excellent quality, both day and night, with high detail and no noise. Video can be shot in 8K resolution with a frequency of 30 frames per second. If you start shooting in 4K resolution, 60 frames per second, then stabilization will turn on, so the video will be smoother. The front camera of the Xiaomi Mi 10 is 20 megapixels. It has support for HDR shooting in full HD and the ability to blur the background when smoothing. The OnePlus 7 Pro has 48 megapixel module of the main camera with a Sony IMX586 sensor. There is optical stabilization and laser autofocus. In terms of detail, it is inferior to the Xiaomi Mi 10 camera. Nevertheless, the shooting quality on the OnePlus 7 Pro is at a very high level. In addition to the main 48 megapixel module, there is an 8 megapixel telephoto lens that provides 3 times optical zoom with an ultra-wide angle lens with 16 megapixels with a viewing angle of 117 degrees. Video recording is carried out in 4K resolution with a frequency of 30 or 60 frames per second. There is also a stabilization feature and a slow motion mode. As I said at the beginning of the video, the front camera of the smartphone is retractable with a 16 megapixel sensor. It appears very quickly and also quickly leaves inside the case. As for the quality of the pictures, it is at a high level thanks to the Sony IMX471 sensor. The Xiaomi Mi 10 received the new 8-core Snapdragon processor 865 and the Adreno 650 video accelerator. All games and applications on the smartphone go without any delay. In addition, the smartphone does not overheat even during a long gameplay thanks to the new cooling system. The Xiaomi Mi 10 is available for purchase in versions of 8 and 12 GB of RAM, 128 or 256 GB of internal memory. A slot for a memory card is not provided in the smartphone. Unlike the rival, the OnePlus 7 Pro has the Snapdragon 855 octa-core processor and the Adreno 640 video accelerator. In terms of performance, the OnePlus 7 Pro also launches the most demanding games without problems. The smartphone received a very decent result of 472,000 points in the Antutu test. The OnePlus 7 Pro is available in versions of 6, 8, or 12 GB of RAM, and 128 or 256 GB of internal memory. Just like its opponent is not provided in the OnePlus 7 Pro does not provide opportunities to install a memory card. In terms of communications, the smartphones have a number of differences. So the Xiaomi Mi 10 supports Wi-Fi standard IX and Bluetooth 5.1, while the OnePlus 7 Pro has Wi-Fi support only up to standard IX and Bluetooth version 5.0. Both smartphones can work in 5G networks, but you'll need to purchase a special module of the OnePlus 7 Pro to use it. As for the NFC module, both smartphones can make contactless payment. The Xiaomi Mi 10 provides a 4780 mAh battery for a long battery life. The smartphone supports fast charging technology, which allows you to quickly charge your phone from a 30-watt power adapter. In addition, the Xiaomi Mi 10 supports wireless charging and can also be used as a power bank because of the presence of the wireless reverse charging. The OnePlus 7 Pro has a battery with a lesser capacity than its rival. It is at 4000 mAh. The smartphone can work offline for 2 days without frequent use of applications and web surfing. It supports web charge fast charging from a 30-watt power adapter. The smartphone charges from 0 to 50% in 25 minutes. It takes less than 1.5 hours to fully charge the smartphone. I'd like to tell you about the most frequent reviews about the Xiaomi Mi 10 and the OnePlus 7 Pro that are on the internet. Let's start with the negatives. The Xiaomi Mi 10. 1. There is no memory card slot. 2. There is no 3.5mm headphone jack. 3. It's big and heavy. The OnePlus 7 Pro. 1. It's big and heavy. 2. There is no 3.5mm headphone jack. 3. It does not support wireless charging. Positives. The Xiaomi Mi 10. 1. It has a 108 megapixel camera. 2. Its performance is high. 3. You can shoot video in 8K resolution. 4. It supports wireless charging. The OnePlus 7 Pro. 1. Its performance is high. 2. It has a large and bright screen with a refresh rate of 90 Hz. 3. There is a fast fingerprint scanner. 4. There is a 48 megapixel camera which allows you to take pictures of excellent quality. Let's summarize everything. The smartphones are released with a difference of less than 1 year, but technologies improve faster. Now that the Xiaomi Mi 10 has a 108 megapixel camera which is capable of recording video in 8K resolution. It also got a more modern processor and video accelerator. It has more battery power, and it now supports wireless charging technology. All these features make the Xiaomi Mi 10 the winner in today's comparison. However, the OnePlus 7 Pro is also a good smartphone. What do you think? Write your opinion in the comments. Don't forget that you can see the cost of these smartphones using the links left in the description. That's it for today, dear viewers. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. See you soon on the TechnoDog channel.